One question I get asked all the time is, Dan, what is your natural accent? And today I'm going to tell you all about it. Let's talk about it. Hey up, mate, and cheers for finding this video today. I appreciate that. If you're new around here, my name is Dan. I'm a British English teacher, and I'm here to help you feel more confident when you're communicating in English. Now, when I became a teacher, I had to kind of chill my accent out a bit so people could understand what I was saying, because I come from a place that's got a very difficult accent and dialect to understand. I'm from Sheffield in the UK, which is a part of Yorkshire, and I grew up using a Sheffield accent and dialect. And today, I'm going to go through some of the stuff that we do that's a bit weird and how it's different to quote unquote British English, or RP, as you probably prefer it's called. So let's just dive in and have a look. I'm from Sheffield, and my accent and dialect is a bit strange. So I'm going to have to take a couple of minutes to try and get me sent back into me proper Sheffield accent. It's going to take me a minute. So, but as we get more and more through this, you'll notice things become a bit more Yorkshire. All right. So let's just get started, shall we? Right. Why is my natural accent strange? Right. So pronunciation is quite different. To be honest, there's loads of stuff that's different, like vowel sounds and consonant changes. There's a lot of stuff that we do a bit different down my neck of woods. We also use loads of weird words, like loads of words that they're not proper words anywhere else, but in Sheffield they're all right. And then we've got grammar rules, but we don't pay attention to them. We don't listen to grammar rules. We do things how we want to. We've got our own version of that grammar book, to be honest. So yeah, we don't pay much attention to grammar. We use loads of weird words, and pronunciation is a bit different. So that's why it's a bit strange. Now, Sheffield pronunciation. Here we go. There's quite a lot. There's quite a lot that needs to know. Right. First of all, in Sheffield, where I grew up, we don't use that long ah sound. You know, down south, when they say bath and ask, we don't do that in Sheffield. In Sheffield, we say ah, bath, and ask. We use a short ah. We don't use a long ah. And same, we don't have foot, strut, split. So for down south, foot and strut have got a different vowel sound, yeah? But in Sheffield, we don't do that either. For us, they both got same vowel sound, like like umbrella, foot, strut. And this also works with words like cup and bus and love. They've all got same sound. You know, so in standard RP English, there's like 12 vowel sounds, but in Sheffield, we've only got 11. We don't use like cup and love and bus. We don't use that. We say cup and love and bus. So yeah, that's first one. With bath trap split and foot strut split, we're in north part, so we don't use them. Next, diphthongs, which are your like A, I, gliding vowels, where you go from one vowel to another. We don't really do that either in Yorkshire, to be honest. We tend to put monophthongs instead. And what you'll get is that vowels are usually long and flat, like they don't change. Now, some examples are right, right. In Yorkshire, rate. It's rate, berate. Okay. Same with down, ow, down, dan, dan. It's a long ah sound. Out, ow, out, at, photo, photo, photo. photo. So you'll find everything gets a bit longer in Yorkshire. At, about, this kind of thing. But sometimes we go other way and we make things shorter. Sometimes we go, not go, go. Or take, make, ate, et. One of my favourites. Tonight, tonight. All right, fair enough. And one of the most confusing one is we don't say my, as in it belongs to me. We say me. It's not my mother, it's me mum. So these are something. We either make the vowels really short or we make them really long and flat. That's one of the things we do. Next, we love glottal stops. That's where we put that T sound. We don't set T. You know, like bottle of water and all that. But for me, it's bottle of water. Water becomes a short A, water. A bottle of water. Bottle of water. We love glottal stops so much in Yorkshire, we even do it to the word the. So I am going to the shop. I'm gonna shop. The becomes glottal. I'm gonna shop. Not I'm going to the shop. I'm gonna shop. Words that end in Y. Instead of happy, with the long E sound, happy, we just go happy, funny, Monday, So this is, I think it's called Y clipping, I think the word they use. But yeah, we basically clip the end of the Y sound. Happy, funny, Monday. Rather than happy, funny, Monday. We don't really do that. And our accent is non-rhotic, which means we don't pronounce the R, especially at the end of words and with vowel sounds. So it's not mother. First of all, we don't use the mother, no, mother. And then it gets worse. So mo rather than ma. And ER at the end is not it's mother, mother. It gets worse because we don't even say the either, but whatever. We'll come to that in a minute. So yeah, we're non-rhotic. We clip the end of the Y and we love glottal stops. Now, we also do something called TH stopping and TH fronting as well. So now you probably know the TH sound or sound, depending on which one it is. Now in Yorkshire, where I grew up, that knows, we don't do that. We do TH fronting and TH stopping, which is where you replace those sounds with things like V. So instead of mother, V. Instead of Thursday, Thursday. And instead of like this, and that. This and that, mother. These are all Yorkshireisms. And we don't stop there. We don't pronounce TH. And we're like, that's not enough. We're also not going to pronounce H at the beginning of words. We're basically going to be French. And we're going to not say hello. It's hello. Hello. Hey up. So that's where at the beginning of every episode, I say, hey up. What I mean is, hey up, which is a British way of saying hello. But for me, hey up, hello. Hotel. I stayed in hotel. It were horrible. The hotel were horrible. Hotel, bloody horrible. Yeah. So these are all very important aspects of pronunciation in Sheffield. Nah. Not now. Nah then. We're going to talk a little bit about Sheffield dialect. Now, let's first of all talk about greetings. Greetings. You know, when I see somebody in the street and they're, howdy. We've got a few ways to do it. First of all, first expression you'll hear when people in Sheffield say hello. We don't say hello very much. We'll say, nah then. Nah then. Now then. Now. Nah then. Means, all right, mate. How are you? I'll say, hey up. Hello. Hey up. And now the question you put is, how are you? In Yorkshire, is how do. This is how, without the H, and we don't want to pronounce it. I do. How do you do? I do. How do, mate? Are you all right? And a good answer you'll hear all the time is, I am grand. I am grand. I'm very well, thank you. I'm grand, lad. And if you're not doing so well, you might hear, fair to middling. Fair to middling. I'm fair, middle, not good, not bad. I'm in middle. Fair to middling. And another classic one. I'll mime a full conversation for you in Yorkshire. Person A sees their mate and he walks up to him and says, all right. And his mate says, all right. It's everything. So I guess you could translate all right as all right. All right. But in Yorkshire, it's all right. All right. All right. How are you? I'm not bad, thank you. All right. All right. So those are some greetings. Nah then. Hey up. I do. I'm grand. Fair to middling. All right. All right. So that's greetings they might hear in Sheffield. Another thing, yes and no. We don't say yes and no. Is yes. Hey Dan, so want a cup of tea? Go on then. Yes please. Or no, nah, or nah. Nah. Jesus Christ. It's funny because as I record this and I say it out loud, some of it, even to me, sounds insane. And I grew up there. But and nah are your yes and your no, all right? Oh, God, here we go. Right. Sheffield specifically uses a really old-fashioned pronoun for you. Like, we don't say you, we'll say thee. Thee, which is really old-fashioned. It feels like Shakespeare times, you know what I mean? Say thee, or tha, which is yours. So you is thee, and tha is yours, right? And the other thing is like self. No, myself, yourself, his self. We say sen. Sen. So me, because remember earlier I said we don't say my, we say me. Me sen. Myself. Me sen. Dan, who are you going to the concert with? I'm going by me sen. I'm going by myself. Me sen. All right. And then you is thee. So yourself, this en. Hey, sit this en down. Sit yourself down. Sit this en down. Cool. He's on his sen. He's by himself. He's on his sen. All right. And then I want to talk about another set of pronouns. Anything, something, and nothing in Yorkshire, in the Yorkshire dialect, different words. Anything. Oat. Did you have anything to eat? Is that oat to eat? As thy had oat to eat. As thy, had without the H. As thy had oat to eat. As thy had oat to eat. Ate. God, past tense. As thy had oat to eat means have you had anything to eat? Bloody hell. No, I ain't had note. I haven't, I ain't had note. I haven't had nothing, which is also grammatically incorrect, but we'll get to that in a minute. Fair enough, lad. Does thou want summat? Does thou want summat? Would you like something? So anything is oat, nothing is note, and something is summat. Oat, note, and summat in Yorkshire, especially Sheffield. And then we've got a bunch of slang words that have historically come from like Celtic or Nordic or Viking kind of languages. For example, bairn is quite common in a lot of places in the north of England, especially Newcastle and Scotland and that. So bairn, it means a kid, a young kid. when I were a wee bairn. Let's see. Sile. Especially, you'll hear the expression siling it down. Sile means to pour. But usually we talk about rain. Oh, it's siling it down. And then addle. Addle is to earn, like money, to make money, to addle. And there are some slang words in the Sheffield dialect. Now, Sheffield grammar, to round this one up. There's a few things, I mean, we do a lot of weird stuff that kind of you saw in the last part, but let me just give you some stuff to work on. Were. In standard English, you've got I was, you were, he was, she was, they were. Not in Sheffield, they're all were. I were, you were, he were, she were, they were. I mean, it's kind of easier, isn't it? I were, they were, you were, he were, she were. We don't care about was and were. They're all were. And even then, it's a short were, not were. Were. I were going. One thing that people always correct in my podcast is, Dan, you said was and were wrong. This is why. Because when I grew up, we didn't have was and were, we just had were. Right? Same with doesn't. It's not like I don't, you don't, he doesn't. They're all don't. D-U-N-T, done. I don't. He don't. You don't. I don't know. You don't know. He don't know. They're all the same. So yeah, was, were, and doesn't. They're all the same. We often drop the S, the plural S. For example, it's 5 mile down road. Not it's 5 miles. It's 5 mile down road. Or how much were it? Oh, it was £12. Not £12, £12. How much were it? Can I believe it? It was £12. Bloody hell. So yeah, a lot of time we'll drop that plural S, especially on things like miles and pounds. Nah, while and until mean same thing where I'm from. So if somebody says, hey, do me a favour, stay here while 7 o'clock and I'll pick thee up. Stay here until 7 o'clock and I will pick you up. Hey, stay here while 7 o'clock and I'll pick thee up. All right. And say, what time are you working, Dan? Well, today I'm working 9 while 5. While meaning until. That's a weird one, isn't it? And another one, us and me kind of get mixed up a lot. Now, instead of saying give me, you'll often hear people say give us. And that just becomes giz. You know, instead of give me the remote control, giz remote, give us giz. Giz remote, tell us. Tell us. Oh, what they're doing. Tell us what they're doing. Tell us. Just one person, us, me. You know, so tell us what they're doing. And that, I mean, there's a bunch more. There's a lot more, to be honest here. But this should get you started. And like I said earlier, I've got that free downloadable guide that you can get. Navigating British accent. Give you a bit of an insight into things like glottal stops and stuff. It's totally free. Links in the description. Check it out. I'm sure you'll find it interesting. So yeah, Sheffield grammar. It's a bit bloody weird than ours. And now it's over to you. What surprised you most about the Sheffield accent? Let me know in the comments down below and we'll talk about it. If you want to know even more about why you should learn the local accent if you're in the UK, check out this video next.